Hi, welcome to my card and a cuppa for Wednesday, not Monday, Wednesday the 1st of October 2025. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, so welcome. Now, last year I did a thing called 12 Weeks of Christmas, and every card and a cuppa, every Wednesday, hi Elizabeth, every Wednesday I did a Christmas card using products to make Christmas cards. And today is actually 12. It's actually, I think, 13 weeks to Christmas, but I'm doing it a week earlier because Christmas Day lands on a Thursday, I think. So I don't think I'll go live on the Wednesday, which will be Christmas Eve. So today is the start of my 12 weeks of Christmas. Hi Joan, thanks for joining. So that's what we're going to start with. We're going to start at 12 weeks of Christmas every Wednesday leading up to Christmas now. So it's a countdown. That's a bit terrifying, really, isn't it? But yeah, it's something I did last year and it was lots of fun. And we used product, not necessarily Christmas related product, to make Christmas cards. So that's what we're going to do. So, and today, instead of a sketch, I'm going to do a technique. I've done this technique in the past, but I haven't done it for a long time. So I thought I've got a sweet collection that I can use for this technique. So let's go down to the craft desk. Now there are a couple of promotions going at the moment, and I will let you in on those. Now, it's the 1st of October, and today started a promotion for the starter kit. So if you're wanting to join Stampin' Up and get your craft supplies at a discount, a 20% discount. Yes, and my little granddaughter's first Christmas. That is so true. Oh my goodness. She'll be running around. She's so close. She's crawling everywhere and she's just pulling herself up on everything. So I think she'll be walking within the month. But anyway, that'll be a whole new ball game too. Maybe I'll have to put the Christmas tree, I don't know, up on stilts or something. So, yeah, so there's a starter kit promotion that's running for the month of October. It's a really cool promotion. So let's go down to the craft desk and we can get started. Okay, so here is the starter kit promotion. There's two options you can have. You can go with number one. You can pay $60 and get $235 worth of product, which is pretty good. Or if you want option number two, you can pay $169, which is the normal joining promotion amount, and get $344 worth of product. So I guess it just depends on how much is on your wish list as to how much you want. But this one's pretty cool. I must admit, I don't recall them ever having a really cool starter kit promotion as good as this one. So you don't have to run classes, you don't have to do videos, you can just join and be your own best customer. You get all the perks that come with being a demonstrator, like 20 to 25% of product discount. You get exclusive early access to the latest releases and catalogues, opportunity to earn a modest supplemental income, the chance to attend incredible training and crafting events, and so much more. So if anybody's interested in that, I'd love to help you with that. I have a little team. We've got a little Facebook group, and I send out monthly newsletters. We try to get together a couple of times a year, although that can be very difficult. But yeah, if anybody would be interested in that opportunity, please let me know. The other thing that they've got is the Make the Season Bright 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar available, and it is while supplies last. It is not exactly Christmas focused. It's focused as being given as a Christmas gift, but the product in it is not Christmas. So it comes with a stamp set, and yeah, it looks really good. And then they're going to start running craft classes. So the first one of those will be coming up in October. If you're interested, you do have to join. There is an item number to join the craft class, and you can do that through my online store. You do have to have the product though, and the first one is using the Traditions of Christmas Sweet collection. So if you're interested in that, you can jump onto my online store and have a look at the craft classes and see what you think of that. So there are all the business sides of things. Okay, so what we're going to use today is this beautiful Peaceful Garden Suite in the mini catalogue. I just noticed my book's coming apart. That's when we get out our sticky tape and we do a little bit of surgery because I do not want to lose a page. So yeah, there we go. No, where is it? I've lost it now. There we go. So the Peaceful Garden Suite collection. It's really nice, and it's not altogether Christmas. It's got sympathy. It's got like thinking of you type sentiments. Sending love, wishing you love, big hugs for a good friend. So it's sort of a really quite universal set, and I really like it. It comes with a stamp set and dies, embossing folder, embellishments, beautiful ribbon, glimmer paper, and the designer series paper as well. So that's what we're going to be playing with today. Okay, so just make sure I'm still recording. Yes, we're going to do the faux dry embossing technique. You love this suite, Elizabeth? I do too. And it is part of my online class for October too. So we're going to try the faux dry embossing technique. Now you can do this. I've just noticed I've got a bit of glue spurtage on my. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it with you guys with glue. I'm going to use my stamping seal because I got into a bit of a mess with my sample card. With my glue, I just got it everywhere. I have done it before a long time ago. Now you can use like any die. Let me hold it up closer. Sorry, I do have a bit of a cold at the moment. I'm not 100%, so if I sound a bit under the weather, I am. Hi, Nicole. So just bear with me. So if you've got any dies that die cut out, now you can use flowers, you can use butterflies, you can use any kind of die that is sort of a little bit solid, works the best. I've got more glue spurtage over here, so we will not be using glue this time round. You just die cut all your images out, and then you pop them on a card matting piece. And it's sort of like a faux embossing folder. So if you had an embossing folder with all these doves, this would be kind of what it looks like when you emboss it through your cut emboss machine. But this is just pretending. And I like pretending. Pretending it can be good. So that's what we're going to do. But as I said, if you've got dies that have got floral images, or butterflies is another good one. I think that's probably what I did a long time ago, because we've had multiple butterfly sets over the years. Yeah, but it's really, really nice. I've still got, oh, you can't see it though on the thing. I've still got a bit of a glue splodge there. Anyway, we're going to get the seal out. Even though seal's not my best friend, I'm gonna, hi Elizabeth. We're going to, oh no, sorry Elizabeth, I've already said hello to you. Sorry, see, I'm not 100%, you can tell, can't you? I'm wacko. Okay, so we're going to, I've already done some pre-cutting. So I've got my stamp set and my dies. And I have used some of the glimmer paper. I haven't used any of the designer series paper. I have used the glimmer paper. And that's pretty much all I've used. I didn't use the embellishment or the ribbon from the suite. I just kept it quite simple. And I've used rhinestones, the basic rhinestones. God help me if they ever discontinue the basic rhinestones. I will be so sad, because they're just such a really useful go-to. and I don't want them to ever stop making them. So, so I did that one landscape, and I did it with cloud cover. So this time round, I've cut everything out with Secret C. I've still got my white card base, and I'm thinking of doing a portrait. So let's go. Where's my bone folder? Here it is. It's on my desk. I am enjoying my glimmer papers. I do, and especially because they're blues, because I really love blue. Blue's my favorite color. I have a blue car, sparkly blue car, pretty much this color. And yeah, blue is my favorite color. So I thought I might go, oh look, I need to get new cutting blades, although it only seems to be problematic on my basic black and my Secret C cardstock at the moment, but I think I do need new cutting blades in my trimmer. So I've got a Secret C matting piece, so it's 10 centimeters by 14.4. Oh, thanks Jenna Marie. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a cold and a little bit of a tummy upset, and yeah, I'm okay. I wasn't too good yesterday, but I'm better today. I've cut out 10 of my doves. So you can do this white on white, and that's generally the way I see this faux dry embossing technique, but I thought white on white isn't very good for the video because it's harder to see. I'm not sure if this color is going to be easy. Oh no, that's not too bad. That's why I did cloud cover, because I thought, well, you can't really see white on white easily on video, so I thought I'd go rogue and do a color, but complement the color with the same card base. Now I thought I'd go portrait, and I'm just sort of placing my little doves everywhere, and you can have them hanging off. If you're wanting to fill up your page, you can have them hanging off. And oops, that's why I've got my silicone mat here for the sticking of things. And it's not. Hi Sheila. There we go. Now I cut 10 out. I think I used 9 on my sample card. 1, 2, well, I can't see behind, can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sure there's one in there, 9. So I just thought 10's a good number, because then I can really notice if that's how many I need or what the story would be. Now I'm just wondering whether I should put one there. I'm just sort of placing, but as I said, you can hang them off, and you know, I don't know whether that's going to work. He could go here. I could put him down here and then just trim him off. And was that a bit crowded? Oh. I'm just checking the comments, make sure I haven't missed anybody. I think that's too crowded. Okay, let's go back to the first plan. Spread them out a little bit. I do like them. And then I thought we'd go this way and do a bit of heat embossing. But I'm wondering whether the landscape is better. I'm thinking it fits better with landscape. I think all my doves fit better. Okay, I was going to go portrait, but I think landscape actually works a little bit better for this design. So you just cut a whole lot of die cuts out, and that's the best way to get started. I think you can see these, even though it's tone on tone. I think it's not too bad. Let's see. Now Rosie's in my craft room, so hopefully she won't hear that dog that's barking outside and decide to chime in. but you know, it's on the cards. So to speak, haha, no pun intended. No pun intended. Okay, so we're going, I'll move him up a little bit. It's just a matter of playing and seeing what you can come up with, and bearing in mind when you put a banner across, it will cover up some, but that's okay. And this one, now I know that some of them are hanging off, but that's okay, we can deal with that. And I have one left over, but that's okay because I could put him on the inside of my card. Okay, so let's start by putting them down. And you all know that seal's not particularly my best friend, but I got into quite a mess with glue. And I thought, you know what, we won't do that again. I'm going to go across. So you could use like the branching out dies. They would work with this technique. And I'm just trying to think of what other ones I've got in my stash. Can't think at the moment. My brain's not working. Oh, see, seal's not my friend. Seal is not my friend. But I'm trying. I'm trying to love it. There we go. So now I'll come back over here. And I won't put it all over the dove because it looks like that one's going to, maybe I'll just do a little bit here. It looks like that wing's going to hang off, so we won't glue that whole wing down. And it's just another way to use your dies, which can be quite fun. Oh look, that just fitted in up in there perfectly. Okay, now I'm getting seal everywhere. I thought I did worse with getting glue everywhere, but maybe seal can be the same problem. I don't want that in there. Go on, go away. There we go. That will do. And I'll come back over here and just put my seal at the top. Why doesn't seal work for me? I don't know. I will have to investigate that a little bit more and find out why I struggle with my seal. Yes, that would work. Exactly, Nicole. That would work. Okay, so I'm going to pop that one there. So just have a look at your dies and just rethink how you could use them, because this is quite fun. Now I've put it mainly on his wings there, so I'll pop in there. So that's all our doves stuck down. So I've used 9 and I've got 1 spare. So I am going to, I could use my trimmer to cut these off, but I think it's just as easy with the snips, and I think you've got more control with the snips. So I'm just going to cut that off and make a mess. And goodness gracious, I am getting into a bit of a mess, but that's okay. Yeah, I've got to get better at it, Elizabeth, because I'm really not a friend of seal, or it's not a friend of me, but I know it does have a place in crafting, so I've got to work out how to get better at it. Maybe just persevering, you know. Sometimes in life you just have to persevere at things, and now I've got globs of it on my fingers. Okay, so that's our card mat done. So that's called the Faux Dry Embossing technique. I'm going to put that down there. Now, I can't change my mind and go this way because all my doves would be flying the wrong way. So I'm committed now. and I've got the 2 dies, the label dies in the die set. I've cut one out in the beautiful glimmer, and I think this is cloud cover, and I've cut a secret C one out. And then, so I'm just doing the same card, I'm just using different colors. And then I've got 2 glimmery doves. I've got this one, now it's sticking to my finger. I've got this one, or I've got the same as that, but we will get to that. And I've got a couple of little sprigs. I don't know if you can see my little, oops, olive branch sprig. Yeah, you prefer Tombow? Yeah. I got into a mess with the Tombow here though, because the glue kept spurting out between the wings where it's sort of, you know, a bit open. So that's why I thought I'd try the seal. See the little olive branch? Can you see that? I've got a couple of them. I also have a couple of little envelopes. These are envelopes, and that's what they look like when they're die cut out. So we can work on what we want to do with that later. Let's do, and then I've got one left over that I can put inside my card, which I haven't done anything inside this card because I was slack. So let's do some, have I got that cut right? Let me look. Oh yeah, I thought it was overhanging, but it's not. Okay. Let's do some stamping. Now I'm going to do Peace on Earth again because I really love how that stamp looks, and that seems to be the one that fits the best, that is Christmas. I could make it sympathy, but I'm not a lover of making sympathy cards. I prefer not to make them. I like making thinking of you cards. Okay, you don't use tape runners either, and Elizabeth prefers the Tombow. Interesting. I thought it was just me. Me being, I don't know, precious? Would that be the word? Okay, so I'm going to use my little embossing buddy just to do that. Heat embossing, as I've said in other videos, is one of my favourite things to do. And it's something I seem to do a lot more of at Christmas time. I'm just looking for my silver embossing powder, which I should have had ready. Here it is. So that's the silver Wow embossing powder. You buy these embossing powders in a 3-pack. You get the metallics, and I think you get, is it the basics or the classics? So the metallics is silver, gold, and what's the other one? Let's look. Copper. So silver, gold, and copper are the metallics, and then the basics is white, clear, and black. Where's the black one? Is that black? Yes. So ebony, black. White, clear, and black. You can see I use a lot of white. So that's, you buy them in packs of 3. That's how they come, but I want silver for this one because I think it works for what we're doing. And I've got my maybe my card on Mondays put me into a hot mess, and I'm just not thinking clearly. I've got my Versamark ink all here ready, and I've got my banner, and I've done that with the embossing folder, and I'm just going to stamp Peace on Earth because goodness only knows we certainly need peace on Earth. Turn the news on any time of day and you just have to wonder what is going on in the world. Okay, so I'm going to get my little tweezers. I'm going to get my embossing powder, silver, and spread it on. I hope this looks good. I probably could have done it in white, but I just thought silver might be nice. I hope it's nice. Okay, I just think there's a little bit there that I don't want. I might just actually do another coating. go, I think. Okay. I'll put that down over here, and I'll put this back in before I throw it everywhere. This is the Heat Embossing Toolkit, and it's the best thing since sliced bread. I love it, and you'll see me using it always in videos whenever I'm heat embossing. It's just so easy. If I can get this back on. Get that lid back on before I do have a disaster. So I'll just bring in my heat tool and I'll heat it up. There it goes. Love it. I love heat embossing. It's just magic. There we go. Now I think there was a little bit stuck up there, but you know what? That's where an embellishment can go straight away. if I can't get it off. How nice is that? Peace on earth. And that's where I've got a little bit of embossing powder, kind of making a mark, so we will deal with that. Now, if you're attaching things to glimmer paper, glue and seal don't work. What does work is glue dots. Glue dots are your best friend. I've got to think, I'm not even sure if stamping dimensionals work that well. I don't think they do. Glue dots is what works. Isn't that funny? So I'm just putting that down and making sure I've got it even. I think I have. Then I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. So always use the edges of your dimensionals. Don't leave anything to go to waste. Use up every scrap. Especially if you're making lots and lots of cards like me. Use them all. Okay. Here we go. Get rid of those. And I'm going to put this down in the center of my card. I'm pretty sure that's the center and it looks pretty straight. I might bring it down a fraction. There we go. Now we have to choose. Where did my other blue bird go? Well, there you go. Now we've lost him. He's flown off. The one that was like the colour of my car. He's gone. He's not in my lap. Where did he go? Can anybody see him? Oh, I know. He's probably underneath here. Here he is. See? You can't do that to me. Okay, now I'm going to let you girls decide which bluebird the blue dove we're going to use. Whether we're going to use, I kind of call this blueberry bushel, and this one's cloud cover, and then this one is like secret sea. That's what I call it. I don't believe that's what Stampin' Up call it. This one matches the banner, whereas this one is a little bit out there, like a bit different. What do you girls think? The electric blue one or the cloud cover one? I don't want to put two on. I think two's too much. Does anybody have an opinion? Whilst you're thinking about it, I will attach this to my card base, and I will use glue. So it's a relatively easy card, and it's something you can look at your dies and think, oh, I could do that. I could use that for my die cutting, for my faux embossing. Cloud cover, says Elizabeth. Matching, says Jenna Marie. So not this one. Oh, that's the colour of my car. Okay, you want to go with this one. All right. And then I've got the olive branch. There we go. All right, here's another choice. The olive branch I've got in cloud cover or the electric blue. What do you think? Same as the dove? Or do you want the different one? Let me see if I can place it and see if you can see it. So that's what it would look like. No, you can't see that. Let me lift that up. That's what it would look like with the electric blue one. Or blueberry bushel. Let's call it blueberry bushel. And that would be the cloud cover branch. I know branches are meant to be green, but you know, when you've got glimmer paper, why not? The same, says Elizabeth. Okay, matchy matchy is the way to go. So I'm going to put a glue dot on the dove's head, and I'm going to just pick up my olive branch like so. Can you see that? We're all matchy matchy. Okay, and now I want to put dimensionals on his wings over here, and I'll put a glue dot under here. So let's do that. Dimensionals on his wings. This one needs this sort of edge dimensional, I think. Yeah, let's do that. And then this one, he's already got a glue dot on his nose, but we'll just put one sort of on his body as well. Okay, and then we'll get this off, and we've got our little dove. So really we've just focused on our dies from this suite. Okay, I'll just make sure, actually that's going to be too much of a dimensional. I need to cut that off and get rid of it. It'll be too much. We've just focused on using the dies from this suite, really. Let me just, that's pretty good. Stick him down like so. I could put this underneath his tail, actually. Shake his tail feather. Okay. So that's our card. Now, we can grab these are the ones that are from this suite, but I really think you've got to have sparkle. And I'm going back to my favourite things in this world are my rhinestones. Because I just think they're just the best thing. They just go with everything and they sparkle. Now, did that come off, that little bit that I was concerned about? Or is it still being a problem? Let me look. You know what? I don't think it's a problem anymore. It's not there now. It's magic. It's gone away. Yay. So here I just put the rhinestones in gaps that I had, but I'm not sure whether I want to do that this time. I'm just thinking. And it hurts. It hurts to think. Yeah, maybe down here. I could do one down here. And thanks, Joan. It's a bit of a struggle today. Anyway, we'll get there. I'm going to put one up here. So it's pretty basic. The card, it's got technique in it by using heat embossing. And look, just different colours. Oh, you wanted the blue, Nicole. Sorry. You can always colour these if you want to do that, but I really like just the sparkle, just the diamante type look. It's the same card. That one needs a little bit more stick underneath it. His wings lifting, so we'll have to deal with that. It's the same card, but different colour, and it's the dry embossing. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, you could. Yeah, if you had a cake die, that would be really good. I'm not quite sure if there's any cake dies available at the moment. I know there's a new cake bundle coming in the online exclusives for November. but it's pretty simple, and that's just a really cool technique. So always look at your dies from all sorts of angles to see what you can come up with. And I've got this one. I've got an olive branch left over, and I've got this one. So, you know, I might decorate the inside of my cards with one of those. One each. Don't know which one yet. But that's it. So let me show you my classes that are coming up. This is my Jar of Joy in-person card class. That's on the 11th of October. If you live locally and you'd like to come along to this one, please let me know. So that's $25 or free with a $50 order. So that's my Jar of Joy bundle class. It's not actually a bundle, but you know, it matches the punch. This is my online class. Now, I did have Leslie, who's not here today, I don't think. Oh, hi Felicity. Rhinestones are your go-to as well. New Zealand Felicity. The other Felicity must be at work today. Yeah, they're just really cool. And the fact that you can colour the rhinestones with your stamping blends, you can make them into any colour. So I just think they're the best things to have in your craft supplies because you can change the colour of them. And that's what I love. I haven't worked out. I know I've got a banner up here. Whoops, that says my online store website. If you're wanting to shop with me, I have to work out, because I'm not very technical, I have to work out how to put my email address on here. Yeah, Halloween. Oh, just arrived. Happy mail. Ooh, that sounds good. I don't do Halloween because, I don't know, we never really got into it. My kids are like, my son's 31 and my daughter's nearly 28, so it wasn't big when they were little. I think it's bigger now in Australia, but yeah, we don't do Halloween. But I'm glad you've got some happy mail. That's cool. Yeah, so I've got to work out how to put my email address up, but I will start putting my email address and my blog address into the description underneath the video, so it's there. But when I can work out how to do like a banner across down here somewhere and click on it and my email address will come up. So if you're wanting to join into any of the classes, my email is Denise McCabe, just like it is up here, all lowercase and one word, @gmail.com. That's my email. So it's really easy email, denisemccabe@gmail.com. And you can let me know if you want to join in. This is my online class this month, and it's using this beautiful Peaceful Garden Suite. Because I can use all the dies and things and send everything out to you, and you just stamp your greetings. So if you don't have this stamp set, you can, that's the traditions of Christmas, you can use whatever Christmas stamp sets you've got. And I'm using the glimmer paper, the design, that's a little fun fold card. So yeah, so my online classes are, they're not product based, they're just the cards. So it's 5 cards for $35. You get everything you need to make all the cards up, plus the envelopes, and I mail that out to you so that you have it in time for the class. So that class will be Saturday the 18th of October. And then my other class for this month, you want to do the online class, Elizabeth? Okay, I'll put your name down. Where are we? Saturday. Here we go. So this is Leslie wanted to do it, and Elizabeth. Thank you. My other in-person class that's running in October, let me find it. Card classes. It's downstairs on my display board. I think I did this way. This one is using everything, oh sorry, too high, everything from page 15 in the annual catalogue. So we're making 10 cards using, let me look, 10 cards we're using the ephemera pack, we're using this pack of paper, the Christmas tags and more, and Christmas greetings mix and match. those cards. So you just have to order all these, the cards, the paper pack, and the Christmas greeting stamp set. Not stamp set, ephemera pack. And you will have more than half of the ephemera pack and the paper left over, so you can create more cards with the, let's go look at my face. Oh, there we go. Come on, turn around. So if anyone lives close by and would like to do that class, it's going to start at 11 o'clock on the 25th of October. So it'll be bring your own paper trimmer and lunch. And we're going to make that and the banner, and I will die cut the banner out whilst you're eating lunch and go from there. So they're my classes for October. So thank you so much for watching today. And as I sort of, I don't know, it was a bit of a hot mess really today, wasn't I? But there our card. That's our cards today. Faux dry embossing technique. Let me just see if I can get back to me. There we go. So I hope you like them. So look at your dies. No, the cloud cover one's not going to look really well. There we go. Oh, hi Lynn. Yeah, you can watch the replay. I'm just finishing up. So it's faux dry embossing technique, and I did some heat embossing on this card. So nice and simple. Have a look at your dies. See what dies you've got that would work for this technique. And thank you for watching. I will see you next Monday for Makeup Monday. So have a great rest of the week, and stay well, stay happy, and enjoy this beautiful spring weather that we're having here in Australia. Bye for now.